Jesus is alive.
Jesus has been preaching, teaching, and healing the sick. He has been feeding multitudes for 3.5 years.
Then suddenly he was arrested to be crucified.
He was feeling a load of guilt because he denied Jesus 3 times.
John, who loved Jesus so much, was grieving for his lost friend.
Mary was remembering wonderful times that she spent with the Master as she broke the alabaster jar on Jesus' feet, anointing him with oil.
It was now time for the Sabbath, and they could not bury him properly. So the followers took him and wrapped him in linen cloth and buried him in a tomb that was cut out like a cave.
An enormous stone was rolled over the entrance.
Pilate,
The governor
ordered soldiers
to guard the grave.
To make sure no one would try to steal the body.
Mary, John, and Peter and the others spent hiding and mourning about the death of
Mary
Jesus.
went with a few ladies to anoint Jesus' bodies with spices.
Over the tomb, remember the stone.
How would he move it?
They should have asked Peter to go with them. Maybe he would have been able to help.
Not a guard was
But they were
inside.
almost there, so they went there to see what they could do.
Mary was approached the tomb. The stone was gone.
His body was gone, but someone was sitting on a slab.
It was an angel. Mary and the others shrieked
But
in
the
fright.
angel quickly calmed them down and said, "You are looking for Jesus, aren't you?"
Mary and the ladies nodded in amazement. They had never seen an angel before. His clothes were stunning and his message even more beautiful. Jesus is not here, he is risen. The angel showed them the place where Jesus' body laid, and he told them to hurry back and tell the other disciples and Peter and John the wonderful news.
Mary couldn't have run fast enough to tell Peter and John what she had heard. When Peter heard the news, he took off running towards the tomb and with John closely behind him.
Peter was fast, but John beat him to the tomb and looked inside. Jesus was nowhere to
After a
be
few
seen.
minutes, John and Peter went home to figure out what happened. Peter ran in to see for himself.
Mary stayed behind and began looking. Jesus' body went all over the garden.
She sadly turned to leave and saw a man standing in the path. Mary thought he must be the gardener, so she asked him.
Do you know where they're taking my master Jesus?
The man said, Mary, don't you know who I am?
Mary turned to Peter and John.
You are what, Mary?
Now go tell Peter and John and the rest of the disciples that I will soon come. And said, Jesus is alive.
Jesus is alive.
Jesus is alive!
Jesus is alive.
Jesus is alive.
Jesus is alive.
Jesus is alive.